You want to do the intro?
And we're back.
I Don't Drink Coffee podcast. The #1 podcast in the world. I just saw the ratings, and we're number one.
Makes complete sense.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
Right. I'm your favorite co-host, Ben Klein, and this is your second favorite co-host of all podcasts in the world.
I'll take that.
LJ. And we have a special guest. He's 9 years old, about to turn 10 in a few days. Carter Jude Johnson.
Hello. It's an honor to be here and a pleasure.
An honor and a pleasure.
Thank you. That's awesome. You want to? You can pull that mic down a little bit if you want. I think.
Yeah, whatever you need to do.
Just remember, you got to talk real.
It's like this.
Close into the mic.
But talk. Yeah. Speak up, man.
All right, cool. Let's get it.
Okay. I always, for whatever reason, tell little stories about when I meet someone or the first, memory I have of them. So I'm going to go ahead and tell and it's weird because every time I watch the show, I'm trying to edit art and I'm like, right off the bat, I jump right in. It's not even, it doesn't even go along with anything at all. Like right off the bat, I'm like, so remember, like,
Let me remind you why we're here, because I remembered this about you for the first time.
Right. You would think that I would save that for later on.
I don't remember anything about that when we met.
You don't?
I just remember you being Uncle Benny for my entire life.
You don't remember singing? I always had you sing the Grand Old Flag. No,
but I do remember posting a video of me doing that on YouTube.
Yes.
When I was young.
Yes.
But it was Rando Flag when he sang it when he was little.
You're
a Rando Flag.
Do you know that has more views than your singing views? That has
And with good reason.
That has 500 views, and I was like 4.
Yes.
100% makes sense.
I had a speech impediment.
I will say this: any given time or any time at all, I said, "Hey Carter, sing the song." It didn't matter where we were. It didn't matter where we were. You stood in a seat in the middle of Pizza Hut in front of everybody and sang that song. And you were serious as can be. Like you were not shy whatsoever. And I thought that was the best thing.
Dude, he sang it at a veterans assembly on Veterans Day when he was 3 or 4, and in front of what I would guess would be close to 100 people in a gym at Hartshorn, like it was nothing. Like he got up there dressed up in his regalia or whatever, and he's like, they were like, okay, no music, no nothing. Your Rando Flag. I mean, just like boom, busted out immediately.
He said Rando?
Yeah, It was never grand. It was Rando
I had a
Flag.
speech impediment. I couldn't help it.
Oh man.
Well, he just learned it by
great.
the tune, I mean, you know how little kids are. They learn the tune of something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You didn't have a speech impediment, did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh okay.
When he was little, he had R trouble, like a lot of kids do.
Yeah, a lot of kids
You
have
should have
that.
seen me perform in California. I killed it.
When you sang it in California?
No, I didn't sing it in California. I sang Ice Ice Baby.
Well, let's back up. Let's back up before we get too far ahead of ourselves.
Well, I want to say first and foremost that this is LJ's youngest son.
Yes, he is.
I did not say that beforehand, so we better. I'm sure a lot of people know, but I just wanted to say.
I'm sure they can tell by looking at him a little bit.
Right. So. And he's not 8 years old.
Almost 13, dude.
Almost 13 next month.
Yeah, September.
That's crazy.
That is very crazy.
It's crazy that you know
September 12th.
that. Did I tell you that?
No, he just told me.
Oh, okay. I'm not paying any attention.
I'm
Good.
Uncle Benny. I gotta know his birthday.
I'm glad you know what's going on.
Yeah.
So anyway, one thing we that's kind of interesting to me about Carter is that he was in American Kids, or Oklahoma Kids first, and then American Kids. Of course, my brother, I gotta give it to him. He's the president of American Kids. It's like a performing.
Hold on, let me tell you how Heather says it when we sell stuff.
Talking to the mic, man.
It's a non-profit singing organization for the kids of Oklahoma.
So
well, and they do the American Kids as well. I mean, they do Oklahoma Kids also, but my brother, until recently, was the president of the American Kids too. So yeah, it was a big. They spend all their lives, but everything that they did was directed towards it.
what exactly is American Kids? the same thing as
It's the
just
Oklahoma?
same thing,
yeah.
just a broader spectrum.
Yeah.
Bro, the CFO of it got caught for embezzling like.
Hey! No, we ain't talking about all that. No.
Why not?
We're not talking about drama inside a little kids singing organization. Let's just go on. We're talking about you. Don't be spreading rumors, man.
Is it a rumor or is it a fact?
If people that are watching or listening want to check it out,
They can Google it.
There's some things going on with American kids and Oklahoma kids. My brother just separated himself from a bunch of it, so
And that's why.
that's the drama. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but we don't want to talk about that and what we've been
Right.
hearing and all
Okay.
that. Let's not start rumors.
I mean, I kind of do, but if we don't want to, then we don't.
Well, let's.
I'm kidding.
Let's talk about the upside of it. And the upside was what was the best things about it that you noticed?
Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, you just got to meet, a whole nother culture. As soon as you stepped on, to the backstage, there's so many different lives that just came together to make this one big performance.
Now, where did you do this performance at?
The first time I did it, wasn't it in Ada?
Yeah. Yeah, at what's the name of that theater down there, man? I should do my research. There's an old theater in Ada, Performing Arts Theater, and that was the first place that he.
So where else have you done
I've done it in, I think it's Disneyland. I've done it in Disneyland.
California?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
First plane ride. It was kind of scary, no cap. Yeah, it's just, you get to make, it's been really fun.
Well, where all have you performed at, Carter? I mean, I know you went to Disneyland, it's the big one, but you went a couple other places. You guys did a show in Branson once.
Oh yeah, and we did it in McAlester at the I can't remember what it's
Yeah,
called. It's over by
I can't remember
courthouse.
that. Yeah,
It's like the Grand Event Center. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they did a show there. I mean, it's kind of all over the place, Of course, my niece Ava, who we went to her video release. She just released a video for a song, and evidently she's nominated for some sort of. I'm not real up on it, man. I mean, my brother sends me stuff, but my job's been real busy, so I haven't been able to keep up. But it's some sort of Christian music award.
The
She's
Spin
up for.
Awards?
She's going, huh?
The Spin Awards.
Yeah, she's going to Nashville to be on an award show because she's won something for her stuff that she's doing.
Wow.
Dude, I should be more up on it. I mean, it's a pretty big deal, But she released her video today that was produced by one of the guys that does Florida Georgia Line. I can't remember that guy's name. Anyway,
We don't know anything.
I wish I did because it's pretty exciting stuff. And she got her start doing the same thing. That's how Carter started doing it.
She's just 10 times better than I am.
Well, it just.
She's got a voice.
She really has an incredible singing voice.
Oh, yes, I've heard.
Ava Johnson, yeah, Ava Rose Johnson. If anybody wants to check her out, go on, watch her YouTube or find her because I think she's got several songs out and that kind of thing like that. She's pretty talented, But anyway, we were talking about.
So the biggest stage you've performed was in Disneyland?
Mm-hmm.
And that was Ice Baby?
Mm-hmm.
It was a modified version of Ice Ice.
Now, were you on stage by yourself or
There was dancers behind me, but I was performing by myself.
Wow.
There was probably 300 people there. It was crazy. It was awesome.
Now I saw a version of it in McAlester. They performed. What was pretty much the same show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the exact same
In
thing.
McAlester, and it was pretty. They had lights. He's dressed up, and
I saw.
the whole thing. So it was pretty cool.
I got to see it. I thought
Size 7 Jordans 4s. If you want to cop them, hit me up, 918-470-2106. They are for $60. I want to get rid of them.
he's selling his Jordans.
I
don't fit
evidently,
anymore.
I don't know.
I've been trying to sell them for forever.
Speaking to the mic,
Are those the ones that you wore in the performance? You wore those in the every performance
They were small then,
every
too.
time? Oh, really? So now they won't fit. That's why you want to sell them. Nice.
yeah.
Nathan forced me to wear them. It would look good with your outfit, Carter. And I was like, okay.
So now the thing you guys did together, you and Ava performed. You're the reason God made Oklahoma several times, and you had Cowboy get up on for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. It's pretty funny.
And where'd you do that one at?
Ada. Where else did we do that?
I'm trying to remember. I know you performed it. You had to do it twice there because it was a competition. Remember, you guys performed once, and then you had to perform it, and you won it, didn't you?
We got, I think, yeah, we either won it or got runner up.
I can't. It's been long enough now.
I
can't
still
remember.
have the medal hanging up on my deer.
So when you go do this performance in California at Disneyland, your cousin, she's also has her own performance to do. How many kids performed that day?
I think it was a 9-song show.
Wow.
Yeah. It was,
So you had your own backup dancers and everything? And are they now all those dancers and everything, they travel from here too? I mean,
most of them. I think one of them came from Texas.
now are they doing a performance too, or are they just
Most of them, yeah.
really they do their
I
own
think there's
song?
maybe one or two who didn't.
So did you work on anybody's song behind, as a background dancer or anything? No.
Yeah, you did, didn't
No,
you? You background dance for
I did for
Ava.
one. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really like dancing. I'm not very good at it.
Oh my
If I-
gosh, whatever.
If
dude.
I have to think about
I was
it,
fixing to say I've seen you dance before.
if I think about it, it gets in my head.
Really?
I lose my self confidence. So just
So it's better if somebody just springs it on you, be like this,
like let's dance. I'm
like it's like a dance off or something like that. Like, "Da-da-da-da." Bringing it back.
I have that dance on Fortnite.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
funny.
so let's talk about that. You just got all your privileges back when school year started.
Well, let's talk about why you lost them.
Oh my
Yeah, let's go back,
I
man.
want to know why I want you to say why you lost them.
Yeah, let's throw back to the end of the school
You
year.
want me to say all of it?
Well, I
Put me
mean,
on
you know what I
blast?
mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important that you kind of let people know where you've been. You've been on
Well, I didn't want
hiatus for the last 3 months.
I didn't want it to be too private if it was going to be too private. So
Well, it wasn't for dirty underwear or nothing like that, but I mean, but anyway, so it started out with what?
Okay, so
you're in 7th grade now. You just started 7th grade, correct? So the end of 6th grade, what happened?
first it started. Went on a tour of Peterborough, right? So we're getting off the buses. No, we're getting on the buses, and this kid was like, we're messing around, we're talking, and like he leans over and slaps me across my friend Sean. He was like 5'8", he's huge. So I reach around him again, like I reach around Sean and slap him, but I break his glasses when I'm doing it. So the teacher pulls us over. Hey, y'all are fighting, blah, blah, blah. Takes us into the office. And he lied about it, hitting me. Because you can't see it on camera because Sean's blocking it. All you see is just him getting hit and his black glasses breaking. And then so he kept on lying about it. And so I was going to get suspended for the first 5 days of school. So,
The next year.
Of
yeah,
your 7th grade?
Of 7th grade, yeah.
And then what happened? You were fixing to, and then
And then he confessed that he hit me. And then, so they're like, okay, well, you still got in a fight, and it's your third offense. So we're going to give you suspension for the rest of the school year. And, yeah. And
which was what, like 4 days when they're 4 days
I
up
think
to
it
school?
was three.
Yeah, it
or
was-
But
four.
why did he hit you?
We were just messing around. I accidentally broke his glasses. I wasn't meaning to.
Oh, you
Yeah,
were just
yeah.
so he was joking by hitting you, and then
Yeah.
you were joking back, but it broke his glasses, so that kind of
Yeah.
made it really bad.
And then
Because I was fixing to say, you know, in my
Yeah.
world, at any given time, somebody hits you for no reason, you have a right to defend yourself.
Yeah.
But y'all were just playing around.
not
Yeah.
this day and age, you don't.
Oh, heck no.
In my
Now-
day and age, which is right now, you defend yourself at any time.
Oh, yeah.
Is this a UFC match? Defend yourselves. at
I'm
all
just
times?
saying, man.
My
boxing match?
This ain't right.
My grandma said to
That
get
ain't
him.
right. If y'all were serious, he just reaches over and he's not kidding around.
yeah.
He smokes you. You know this
Broken
already.
glasses wouldn't be the
I
only
know
thing
your
broken.
dad teaches you exactly. I know your dad says the same thing I'm saying right now, and I tell mine the same thing. The same thing.
But
Like, mm-mm.
most of the time I end up starting it, so he didn't really believe me. So I mean, I can understand that.
Okay. See, hey, this kid's learning.
He's coming around.
He is learning. But go ahead. Let's
All right,
continue
so
on.
I just got off that grounding, and I'm chilling with my boys. We're at Great Balls of Fire, and somehow my friend gets a hold of a vape, and we're heading back
Oh gosh.
to Pops' house. And,
That's me, by the
yeah,
way.
Pops.
Yeah.
So
His father.
Miss Faja.
LJ.
Pedophilia.
What?
Go ahead.
Anyways, we get there and he's like, yo, I got this vape off this girl. And I was like, okay, cool. He's like, let's hit it. I was like, dude, you realize my pops is in the room? I was like, at least wait till he goes to sleep. Like, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So it's probably like 2, 3 in the morning. Dad walks in. I'm mid-hit like this. I put it back like this and try to act like nothing happened. Like,
Stay up by the mic so they can hear you.
and he didn't say anything, so I thought we were in the clear. He's like, yo, be quiet. I'm like, And he walks out. I was like,
I sound like Sling Blade. Y'all be quiet. Go ahead.
anyways,
So then the next day, what happens?
next day, me and Chris were trying to go to Stipe and play basketball. And he's like, no, Chris has got to go home. And he pulls me in the garage like, I caught you vaping. And I was like, crap.
So he saw you the next morning?
No, we were at Juice that night. But, yeah, he caught me that night. We didn't say anything because Chris was there.
Yeah.
So he caught me next morning liking.
Well, that's, you know.
And I wasn't
When
fixing
I
to lie
walk
to him.
in, they got nothing but the TV on. Okay, and they're sitting there on the bed looking at me like the worst guilty faces of all time. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to look like they had just got through giving each other a hug. You know, they're looking at me with big eyes and a half smile. You know what I'm like?
Something's up.
And I'm looking around. I'm like, it's foggy in here. You know, I'm like, it seems kind of foggy. And they're like, what's up? You know, they're trying to be all weird about it or whatever. And I was like, y'all gonna quiet down. Okay. And I thought, I know what's up, you know. But it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, so I'm trying to go back to sleep, you know, and all that stuff. So I thought, well, when everybody wakes up, it'll be time to, you know, for this to come down. That way it gives them a little time to think they got away with it and all that, you know what I mean? So if I got to jerk a rug, I'd rather jerk one completely out from under somebody instead of just, you know what I mean? Be like, thought you had me, did you?
He jerked the rug out and I hit my head.
So in doing so, his buddy, when I said Chris needs to go home, he left in like 10 minutes. Like I come back and he's gone. Like I guess he called his mom because he didn't want
His mom
the
still
wrath to
doesn't
come
know
down.
to this day. To this day.
I don't tell him people, man. He ain't my kid. You know what I mean?
To this day. I was like, bro, I'm getting grounded all summer. He's like, my mom still doesn't know. I was like, what?
What's he going to know after this?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Well, and that's, I don't know, man. I ain't no rat.
Yeah,
Okay? I ain't no rat.
Thank you. I knew I got it from someone.
But
Mom's
But-
is a snitch.
right is right and wrong is wrong. You shouldn't be vaping now. You're mine. He ain't mine. But you are. So that's why you got in trouble. So, was there anything else that caused this? Well, what was the original cause?
Dude.
What did I tell you?
So you were grounded right then, right?
I just got ungrounded.
What was okay?
I know, but when you got caught vaping, you're grounded again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Before any of this happened,
Yeah.
what were you told? Now, what?
Get my grades up because they're in the trash can.
Yeah, he had. When I come to find out, right at the end of school, he's got 2 Fs.
Oh, gosh.
Fs. Okay, not C's or something like that. He got 2 Fs. And I told him what?
Get your grades up or you're grounded for the summer.
Yeah, he had till the end of the school year to get it. And this was like 6 days or 8 days. He's like, oh, they get, you know, I have these grades I can make up and I'll have them up. It's no problem.
I really did though, but I couldn't get on it because I couldn't get in my NPS.
But he got kicked out of school. Let's compound all this real quick. He got kicked out of school where he couldn't go back to school and get his grades up. So we got Fs, we got fighting and getting kicked out of school and vaping all in a stretch of about 5 days.
So
That's the first time I've ever been caught doing anything bad. But technically it's the second.
It's pretty much everything, though. I mean, you can't say get caught doing anything because you got caught doing everything bad. You know what I mean? You covered a lot of bases there with bad. So
what happens? What happened?
I got grounded for the whole summer and the whole family barely can look me in the eyes, dude. It was bad. It took till about 4 weeks ago where they could actually like look me in the eyes and have a conversation.
Really?
It would always be awkward.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
With like your dad?
Yeah, I was mad at him. Oh, I wouldn't even, if I walked in the kitchen, so I'd be like, Hey, Dad.
But what would I tell him? I'd be like, you gonna be mad at somebody? Go look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because you made these decisions, not me. So there was no swimming at Jeff Lee all summer. No going to the pool, and he lives at the pool in the summer.
Oh
usually.
my gosh, bro, that's where all the hotties hang out.
Yeah, well,
You got to see no hotties.
no phone. He was able to, whatever could come on the smart TV during the day when he's at home, he could watch whatever that was. But he couldn't go to any friend's house. We did go on vacation because we didn't want to ruin everybody's vacation because of him.
It really doesn't sound as bad as it was, but you had to sit there for like 12 hours a day by yourself with no communication.
No.
Dude, if the house burnt down, he wouldn't know.
Right.
I'd have to run to Logan's house, grab her phone, call Pops before I even call 911. Be like, yo, house burned
I would
down.
hope you call 911 first.
I would call you first to let you know.
Well, that's the wrong thing to do. Call 911 first and then call me.
Just get everybody out of the house first.
No one was in the house.
just
I would
you.
get Dave and Daisy out, but I might leave Dave, but I can't get Daisy out. I'll be shunned from the house.
Oh, we went back to old school, like when I grew up days,
Right.
where nobody had a phone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're just at home. Hello, you know.
Yeah.
And I lived out in the country, so there wasn't no going down the street or none of that crap. But
Yeah.
So it was torture.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Except for when I went with my grandparents, because they were always cool. They'd always cook me like breakfast and stuff. So I never got to cook myself breakfast because I always dirtied up the dishes. I always I can't ever get the eggs off this pan.
Really?
I don't know how to do it.
You just got to stay on them.
Okay.
keep scrubbing.
You can turn the heat
grease.
down just a little bit. Won't cook as fast. So you were grounded all summer long. Now your dad told me he's grounded. He's grounded. His phone. He's not getting his phone back. I say till when? Till school starts.
Thursday.
And I want to tell the truth. And I've told him that too. I was like, oh, you're going to give it back to him. You're going to
The
give it back
only
to
reason
him.
he didn't.
Because he's pretty easy going. Oh, I know why he didn't give it back.
Her name is Brandy Johnson.
Yes. And the truth came out, but behind the scenes, I was like, if this would have been, I don't know how long you guys have been married or whatever, but if this had been pre-Brandy, pre your wife Brandy,
I would have my phone back within the first week. Been going to Jeff Lee that week, and I would already be hanging with the homies.
Yeah, because he's an easygoing dad,
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that. But
No.
she was like,
Well, she brought up the point, and it made sense, and I agree 100% with what she said, because that style of parenting doesn't work with Carter. I mean, it worked with Gavin a little bit better because Gavin's a little more self-governing, I guess. Carter's a lot like I am about his temper.
you mean the
and-
easygoing parenting?
Yeah. That style. I mean, I tried it with Carter, and it didn't do the same thing it did with Gavin. A huge backfire.
Yeah, but say it basically did the opposite.
So,
Because
but
Carter's a lot like you were as a kid.
I'll throw down in the hallway.
So you kind of recognize that. We've talked about this a little bit, and you recognize, I guess, what you would call the struggle, I guess, the mentality of like you said with when Mr. Fescus spanked you, and I said, "Did you learn?" And you go, "No." In his class, yes.
Exactly.
But in nobody else's class did I learn. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing about, I learned some things too. I mean, out of the grounding and everything, there was some times, and I'll be honest with you, man, like we go to the movies, and this summer we'd go to a movie, and Carter'd be like, "Really, you're going to go to the movies without me?" And inside I'd be like, I don't want to. You know what I mean? Maybe I should just stay home. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't do anything. I did my stuff. I kept up with my stuff. So we would go ahead and go, and he didn't like it, and he'd be all
So you didn't go to the
upset.
movies the whole summer?
Lion King, Spider-Man: Far From Home. Dude, so many cool movies. Toy Story 4.
Well,
Still haven't seen them.
Actually, I've seen Lion King. I went and watched it. I'm about to go watch it.
Oh.
Have you seen it or not?
No, but I'm
Okay,
about
but
to
you're not
actually-
grounded anymore, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I would have my phone out.
When did you get your phone back?
August 15th
I mean, the Lion
on a
King.
Thursday at 7 a.m.
Pretty much. Yeah.
The Lion King is still in the movies, or the movie theater. So you could have said, "Dad, can you just wait?" a few more days until I'm ungrounded to go see The Lion King. But he went and seen The Lion King anyways.
No, I haven't seen Lion King. I watched
Okay.
Spider-Man.
I was gonna say, what a
Dude,
great.
that made me so mad.
'Cause that's what I would have done. I would have been like, yeah, I know you're ungrounded tomorrow, but
We're going
I'm
tonight.
going to see The Lion King. So today is the 18th. So you got your phone back 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been off. So when you turned it on, I mean, did you have a whole bunch of text messages
I had
and stuff?
500 text messages that I could not open. I forgot my password.
You forgot your password?
Yeah, he
So
couldn't remember.
what'd you
it.
have to do? Hard reset your phone?
Yeah, factory settings.
Only thing I got out of it was my Instagram. I still have my Instagram. That's it. New Snapchat, new contacts. I don't even have my YouTube back yet.
Yeah, we had to. I mean, if he'd have remembered it, we'd tried to give it back to him, but he
Right.
couldn't unlock it. So Brandy had to go back and wipe it and just restart it.
So Brandy said, talking about taking this phone, because she's the one that took it, right?
She's like,
'Cause
yeah.
She knew you're a sucker, and you're going to give it back to
Yeah.
him. So she took it and said, and you knew then you weren't getting
It's
it back
gone.
till August 15th.
I knew when Brandy said, I heard him talking about it. I heard him talking about it, and she said, she was like, don't give it back to him. I was like, oh, Brandy, it's not going
She
to
said, you're not getting it back.
Dude,
Bad news.
they hid their my PS4 under their bed, and I never thought to look under there. Because he always kept on saying, like, she took it to Wolverton. I never thought for him to be that arrogant. So, I don't know.
Just to leave it under the bed?
He put
right under your
it
nose.
on my dome when I got it back. He's like, oh, yeah, it's under the bed. I was like,
The phone was not. The phone was in Brandy's work car all the time. So I
Right.
didn't even know. She's like, I'm taking it. You won't even know where it's at, which. But I did learn. I learned some things about it. Like
I want to get into that.
yeah. I mean, I got to change my parenting ways with him. You know what I mean? I've kind of tightened it up a little bit on him. Like this is all me right here. He's got to have A's and B's or he doesn't get to play sports. Anything below a B, I don't care what the school says. He ain't playing a play. Anything below a B. So he's got to tighten all that up. That's, and which, of course, when I first said that, he was like, what? Like C's are like this, the only thing he can do.
Well, he
or
could have said
something
all
like that.
A's.
then I thought,
And I thought about it.
oh, wait, I have Sean and Kimmy in most of my classes. I'll be okay.
What do you mean by that?
I have smart people in my classes.
You can cheat off of?
Yeah, so maybe we didn't learn anything after all.
Dude, I'm not going to be able to do every single paper.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, but with help.
Well,
You know all your teachers are going to watch this, right?
Hey, Miss Johnson, your writing class, I already have a paper for it. I already know what we're doing. We're writing about food for our first essay.
And you already have the paper done?
No, not the paper.
Oh, okay.
I've started.
So
it.
you learned that I cut you off, I think.
no. I mean, I basically,
All A's
we-
and B's.
yeah, we've changed the nature of a lot of things. I mean, we're not going to go straight into. I was giving him a lot of leeway, letting kids come over, and anytime he wanted somebody over, then they could come over and that kind of thing. And I still don't mind that. Gavin does it a lot. He brings kids over all the time and stuff. And Serenade has some of her friends over when they can, and I don't mind kids in the house. I mean, I like it. It doesn't bother me, and we're pretty easy going over there and everything. But it's kind of them things where he's ungrounded, but he's still kind of on probation in my mind. I mean, he's still got it to prove now that he's out and about and he's got rope to hang himself, so to speak. Then I want to give him a little bit of rope, but at the same time, I don't want him to think he can just go back to his old ways and his old life and all that. And we've talked a bunch about the people you hang out with. And,
Oh yeah, I've created a whole new friend group. Like all the bad influences that were drive me to be this person out. Like I cut them off.
I love to hear that.
Like
But
I've just tried to surround myself with the best people who will help me succeed. I mean, I don't know. It's a matter of how you feel as a person and what you think you should be surrounded with. I don't know.
well,
yeah.
How I think about it.
Well, also, I mean, we've talked a bunch about, everybody gets remembered for something. I mean, I don't care who you are. If you speak at all in your life or you have any friends or anything, you leave some sort of legacy everywhere you go. Somebody goes, oh, yeah, I remember that guy. He's da-da-da-da-da. So all their lives, I've always talked to them about leaving a legacy. Now, I'm not saying you have to be like, you know, you don't have to be The Rock or somebody like that. I mean, unless you want to be. But my thing is, my thing that I try to teach them is, you know, how do you want to be remembered? You know, you can be remembered as somebody that people remember fondly, or you can be remembered as somebody that everybody's glad you're not there. You know, and I've been both of those people in my life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people who are like, thank God that dude's not around no more. But you know, Carter was getting in that. Well, he had been in that. You know, I don't want that. That kid's a bad influence thing for a while. You know, and that's not. I'm not trying to raise heathens. And that's some of that's on me. A lot of it's on me, you know. And so I started taking a little bit of responsibility. And excuse me, that's why, you know, I'm kind of changing up the way that I look at him. Well, not him necessarily, but the way that I deal with what he's got going on. I remind him real often. Every time he comes up with something, I'm like, dude, remember, you know, because I mean, he's still got that old. Like I woke up in the middle of the night last night. He's playing. Was it Fortnite? We're airing it out tonight.
You're gonna put me on blast.
We're putting
like
it all out there tonight. Yeah.
All right, then you gotta let me put you on blast. After
Just
this.
hang on.
We don't do that.
So anyway, he's playing a video game of some kind online, and then when I wake up, he's in there yelling because he's gotten triggered again. You know what I mean? And he ends up like rage quitting. You know, and I was glad because he finally got quiet, and I didn't have to go in there and tell him to be quiet. You know, I heard him his little PlayStation shut off, you know, and so the next morning, this morning, I started out reminding him, you know, hey, these guys that are triggering you, you know, you either got to turn it back around on them, or, you know, don't let them know that they got you where they got you. You know, you gotta rein yourself in a little bit. So he's working on it. He's getting better. I'll say
Real
that.
life situations, I'm 10 times better. It's video games that really make me mad though, because like they're always like, "Dude, you're trash." I'm like, "Meet me in real life." Like you
See
won't.
that? That's Uncle Benny. Uncle Benny does that.
You won't have the same
But
energy.
he does not do that.
You won't have the same energy when you see me in real life. I promise.
Now, every once in a while, online, I'll lose it just a little bit, and that's telling some truth out there, that I don't normally. But for the most part, I'm cool.
I've almost fought people because of video games.
Really? People that you
Which
know?
is ridiculous.
There's this kid named Primus Moore who wanted to fight me because I beat him in a 1v1.
Now,
He's
did
like-
you want to fight me when I beat you in Madden? I'm gonna air that out there.
Oh, let's play again then. Madden 20. I'm back.
See, here we go. You just keep bringing it up. Let's play again. And I said, listen, you're gonna have one
won't.
shot. You're gonna have one shot to play me, and you lost.
By a field goal.
You lost.
By a field goal. All right. Listen, all right. I guess I'll bring up my Fast and Furious watching. It doesn't matter. Ask any real gamer. It doesn't matter if you win by a touchdown or by a field goal.
Winning's winning.
Winning is winning.
Oh, okay.
But you can't do that because you lost to me.
Dude,
That's my speech.
I went undefeated in Nut last year, bro.
I beat you in Madden. That's all I got to say about that. But anyway, so you feel like you're a new kid now, right?
Yeah, I feel like I bring a different energy.
Now, here's the thing. When you said that about bad influences, when I was a kid, I had a bad influence as well. But it works both ways. You know, we were both equally the bad influence. You know, and so when we got around each other, it was oh my gosh,
Because-
we had the worst ideas, and we would execute those ideas, and it was never awesome. I mean, yes, it was.
I had somebody-
Yes, it was
I had somebody-
awesome.
What
I'm
didn't
like
you
that.
guys kind of though? Everybody kind of split you guys up eventually. Like, don't hang around him. You don't hang around him.
Well, he went off and he went to the military, so that's really how we got separated, So it was Scotty. It was my cousin Scotty. We were this tight. I mean, we were closer than brothers, way closer than brothers. And it just seemed like from the time we were, young kids to the time we were grown, we had terrible ideas, man, and we had a lot of fun. And I don't regret any of it really. I learned from it. I learned from, and it wasn't he was a bad influence. it was just one of those things
Y'all
where
if you both wanted to be cool around each other, so his idea you thought was cool, and your
Well,
idea
it really
he thought was
wasn't-
cool, so it just
it really
builds
wasn't
up.
that. They just sounded like good ideas. You know? You know what I mean? They just everything sounded like good ideas. When we were kids, man, we were playing Mortal Kombat, right? And we thought, you know what? Let's go down and hang out by the road. This is Ludi Road. This is behind East End Market, which is no longer there anymore, or no longer there. But we thought we should lay down in the road and act like we were dead when cars would drive by. Now this is something. This is a story that I can say that we've done. I can't tell you the other stories.
It's a good thing you're not giving anybody any bad ideas right now.
Right. And the cars would drive by, and I say we. I was the watchdog actually on this one. And I stayed by the fence right there by the road, and I would watch for cops or whatever. And so when the cars would drive by, they would be like, "Ah!" you know, and so this car stopped, called the cops. Cops came, and we did it to the cops. "Ah!" you know, help! And then we ran.
You did it to the cops too?
Yes, it was a cop.
I have a story like that.
And he stopped
actually.
right there and hit his lights and everything because he was looking for us, you know. And so we ran. I jumped this privacy fence that, see, here's the thing. We would never do things without thinking them through. And that sounds even worse because we would think
It's
them through.
premeditated
Yeah,
at that
that's
point.
it.
We would think of our exit route. You know, we would, okay, so if a cop comes or whatever, if my mom come, we got to find a way to get out of here, right? So we tried to see if we could climb the fence and take off, and it was taking all of us too long to get over the fence. Well, when that cop showed up, I jumped right over that fence and ran up to the house. And we had shorts and everything set out for us, like our night clothes. So we ran in the house, changed, sit back down in front of the TV, and act like we had been sitting there the whole entire night. And,
Wow.
Yeah, and the window's right there, so we looked right out the window, and a bunch of cops showed up, lights, everything. People, there was people that we'd already done that to. They were down there too, so we knew then that they had called on us, you know. So they were all like, there was flashlights everywhere and stuff, and then, you know, eventually nobody ever asked us anything. No one ever knocked on our door or anything, but we knew exactly what we were going to do, you know.
That's
so
horrible, dude.
When it went down,
These
and it went
people are-
down, and we made it.
These people were trying to stop. They were like, oh, "This kid's hurt."
Yes.
And then would he like jump up and go "ah" and then run away or what?
No. When the car would drive by, right, we were in the road. I say we. I never
Like
got
laying in the road?
Laying right there in the road, right?
Yeah.
And we would lift our hand up like we were dying. Like, "Ah," you know, we were laying down and like, help us. Like we'd been hit by a car and we're still alive. We're dying. So that's what we would do, right? And everybody would stop, you know, and then we would take off. But then when the cop came, it was like,
You know, man, thank goodness that somebody just didn't see you. You know what I'm saying? Come
Right.
along and be like, it's a good thing. Like if it had been today, somebody'd be texting and run right over the top.
right
of it.
over us. I know. And so the next day we're on the trampoline, right? I'm on the trampoline. And Scotty and Ryan Spears, and I don't know if I haven't seen Ryan Spears since high school. So I don't know where he's at. I haven't heard anything from him, anything about him or whatever. So shout out to Ryan Spears. But because the story I'm about to tell is kind of embarrassing. So Scotty and Ryan Spears is going to smoke, right? Well, they're going to smoke over the fence that's close to the road. So they're over there smoking, and I'm on the trampoline jumping because I just had a weird feeling, man. I was always good about having these weird, like
Something
my
about
mom.
to happen.
My mom would always say, Ben, you never know when I'm going to come by here, because she knew Scotty and I were, you know, she knew that we would do things, you know. She didn't know what. She didn't have a clue.
Y'all smoking stogs?
Cigarettes. So they're smoking
Yeah.
cigarettes, right? And I'm not smoking. I'm jumping on the trampoline. I'm not saying I never did it. You know, I never inhaled. But that day I jumped on the trampoline and I'm the watchdog, right? And all of a sudden there's the fence goes down the road or down the hill, and you can see, right through there. Well, I see Scotty's stepdad, which is my stepdad's brother. I see him hunkered down and running.
Oh,
He knew.
yeah.
And I see Lady, which was their chow, and I see her running too. And I go, Scott, he's coming. And so Ryan, he took off running, I think, and Scotty just said, screw it. Well, Scotty's stepdad ended up making him smoke a whole pack of cigarettes to teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
But Ryan, we got in the house, we're sitting there, and Ryan's. This is what made me think of this. This is why I'm telling this story, and I'm taking too long to tell it. But Ryan, same with the vaping story, right? He was made to call his mom, right? And he calls his mom, and he's on the phone with mom, and he goes, "Mom," and he just he just broke down, started crying, bawling, and he said, "They made me smoke, Mama. They made me smoke, Mama." Yeah, I mean, he's like, and I remember I was sitting there playing Mortal Kombat.
Oh my God.
And Scotty's sitting there, and he'd already smoked his whole pack of cigarettes, you know. He's like feeling it.
Ready for another one?
Right. And Scotty and I both looked at each other like, are you freaking kidding me?
Dude.
Did you just blame that on us?
Better not drop the soap.
So, anyways, his mom came and picked him up. We laughed real hard when he got off the phone. He didn't want to talk to us anymore, you know, that day. He was embarrassed, but he knew that he had to lie to his mother, you know. But he was highly embarrassed that he had just broke down in front of us and lied on us, you know, and made it sound like it was our fault. So his mom picked him up, and yeah, I was friends with Ryan after that, and we had good times and everything. But that one little particular time, did he blame that on me? And I was like, first of all, jump on the trampoline, but you know, anyways. So when you brought up the vaping story and the kid's mom had to pick him up, that reminded me.
Dude, I have a story like that where the cops got involved real quick. So I know this kid now. He's in high school now. His name's Xander. Shout out Xander.
You better make sure that people want you telling stories. Is this a known thing? Everybody knows this story?
Yeah, everybody knows this.
Okay, go ahead.
So me and my friend Saul, right, we're staying at my mom's house. This is back when Mom lived on Hickory. You know where that is, right?
No.
It's over by where he lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just down the road from me
Yeah.
where I live.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a little like canal, right? And like it goes probably a mile, like into like this little forest. And so it's raining outside, and the rain in the canal gets up like knee deep. And me and Saul was like, dude, we should get in it. And Mom was like, no, you don't get in that water. And me and Saul got in it. And so we take off walking, and we meet these two kids. And we're like, yo. And so we keep on walking, and I guess somebody called the police because they show up. I was like, let's go.
So she's over walking in the canal?
Mm-hmm. And so we take off running back towards the entry. I get out first, of course, and I take off running to my mom's house, and the cop pulls up and, woo, like, stop right there. I was like, okay.
He said it over the loudspeaker?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
I was like, and yeah. And so he was like, where do you live? I was like, right here. He's like, okay. Talked to my mom. Mom was like, I told you not to go in there. Yeah, I got busted for that one.
I didn't know
For
nothing
what?
about
Getting in the
that.
canal? You're not supposed to get. Is that what the cop said? You're not supposed to get in the canal?
I guess it's a safety issue.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, but
I could see. I mean,
And you ran from the cops. That's the bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're going to get in trouble every time.
That
it's a
happened-
misdemeanor running from the cops.
that happened. That happened in the 4th grade, Dad.
How did I not know this?
Because I never let you
There
know.
must be a lot of things that your dad don't know, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's everybody.
He caught me sneaking out once.
Oh yeah, he told me about it. He's told me everything.
In the cold winter time, he was sneaking
Wasn't it
out.
the coldest day of the year or something?
Yes, dude. It was like they were giving advisories on how cold it got that night. And I didn't hear him. Brandy goes, I think Carter just went outside. I was like, what?
Did you just did you put some socks and shoes on, or did
I put
you?
3 pairs of pants on,
Oh.
2 pairs of socks, shoes, 2 shirts, and a sweatshirt, and 2 beanies.
Now is that on? I know that you're ungrounded now and you're on a short leash, and we're airing it all out. Okay, so you know anything you've done prior to now, I'm sure your dad will be okay with. Is that the only time you've ever snuck out?
Yes. There's been other times where I wanted to.
Well, yeah, of course.
But have you ever talked to girls through the screen in your window?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. He
And
thinks
the-
I don't know.
And the guy, and the boys, if they're ever staying around. Like, hey, what's up, boys?
So these girls and boys, they just live in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
and they just walk over there to your window, and you just talk
Tap
to them
screen
through the window.
twice. Pull up the window. Be like, what's up, bro? I'm like, what up, man? Be like, I'm not coming outside. It's
Because
past curfew.
I'll be dead.
Yes, my dad will.
Yeah, my dad will run me down, and then he'll call the cops on me just for poops and gigs.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
he
you
thinks
do-
I don't know, but I can hear him in there talking. You know what I mean?
I want a lock on my door.
Of
Well-
course you do.
Hey,
No.
his door is not right across the hall from my door, but it's like angling to the right, I guess you'd say, just almost right across the hall. You know, like Serenade's room is right there, and then his is right next to hers. I can hear everything that he says in there, by the way. If nothing else, I can hear through the air conditioner vents. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even when it's real quiet and he's got that fan going, he thinks he's being super secret squirrel, I can hear. I may not hear exactly what's being said, but I can hear whispering real good. Because the vent is right above me in my bed. So it's like having one of those cans,
Yeah,
you know,
oh,
the
yeah.
can telephone
Yeah.
things. It's just like that.
I'm
Yeah.
moving to Gavin's room as soon as he moves
No,
out.
you're not.
Yes,
no,
I
you're
am.
not.
Yes, I am.
No, because when he moves out, we're moving, bruh.
I'm getting the room farthest from you then.
Well, good luck.
Good luck.
Because you're moving in the room with me and Brandy's moving into your room where we move.
Bro. That's gonna... What, are we going to play PlayStation right beside each other or something?
Yeah.
So you went to Parker last year, right? You were in
Yep.
Parker the last couple of years.
I ran that place.
I got a question. I got a question about Parker.
What's up?
You know they have a new playground being built, right?
So stupid. It should not be there.
Is that what?
We're not 6 years old. We're getting ready to become adults. We're literally,
Getting ready to become adults at 13.
by
Right.
the time you're in 6th grade, you're like 3 years from being in high school. What are you doing with a playground?
Do you
on-
think they're trying to help kids still be kids, maybe? Because I thought the same
Whatever
thing.
it is, I thought it was stupid.
I thought the same thing. And
We don't even get recess.
that's where we practice.
We don't even get recess
Are you
in
serious?
7th grade. No, we don't. I don't see the sunshine.
No,
till
I'm talking about
practice.
6th grade and 5th grade. You got
Oh,
recess.
yeah, we got recess. Like 10, 20 minutes. I mean, it's not regulation to give
Have you
6th
seen
grade
this?
recess.
Oh, you've seen it, I'm sure.
I've seen the pictures in the paper. I haven't been by there.
I don't get it.
It's so stupid.
So they built like a full-on playground at Parker?
Yes.
Swing set, jungle gym.
Yeah, the dome thing.
I
like
think
we
that's
used to have in
becoming a
Wilburton.
basketball court.
The dome
Wow,
thing?
that's a
What they're building on the top right, that's where the basketball court was.
Mm.
you see,
Well,
yeah.
that's where we practice football. And so this year we couldn't really practice. Well, I mean, we could because it's still, but they haven't mowed it at all. So we had to just switch to the indoor. But
Well, you know what that's
anyways.
for. Those kids are out there throwing a football around and playing football and stuff like that. They don't like that. They don't like kids playing rough. They want them to swing on teeter totters and,
Well, you remember
and
Wilburton,
push
the
each
dome?
other on the swings. You know,
Remember
what I
the
mean?
big red dome that we had in Wilburton?
red dome?
Just a metal dome that you climb
Oh
on.
yeah.
They're putting one there. They have one. It's already there. I thought
Really?
that would be deemed unsafe. Of course, Wilburton's was way bigger than this one. But-
Could you imagine if somebody brought a tennis ball and they started playing wall ball? They would
Oh,
be
my
some sort of
gosh.
meltdown.
Yeah.
like they would call in the sheriff. You know what I mean? They're playing wall ball at the school. Somebody could get an eye put
And
out.
there's really no
Dude.
game funner than wall ball.
Dude, I have wasted many an hour
Many.
playing wall ball, and it be serious business.
Yes.
For anybody who doesn't know what that is, basically all you need is a big wall, a lot of kids, and a tennis ball.
It's basically like a self jackpot.
Or any kind of ball, really. I mean, yeah, any kind of little ball that you can
but
throw at people. And
so if you
hurt 'em.
don't catch it, then you get beamed in the back with it, or wherever they
Yeah.
want it. They can hit you after it.
Bro, that can get dangerous.
So now
quick.
you're in junior high. You're not grounded. You're still on a short leash, and you've learned a lot of lessons, right?
A lot of
And
them.
you're a completely different kid now.
I'm not completely different.
Okay, well I take that back.
Hopefully in the good way.
You're a different kid.
I've changed.
And we talked about this a little bit beforehand, and we wanted to save it for. I gave an example, and I won't give the same example, but I will say, people that want to change or whatever, after a few weeks, they go kind of back to their old ways of doing things, and but you sound like you're not gonna definitely do that. You're not
I'm not
gonna
cracking.
you're not gonna have any girls at your window talking through the screen, right?
I still got game. Just
I
because
mean,
I changed.
no. I mean, you're not gonna have them sneaking up to the back window, right? To
No. No.
So you started 7th grade. You're in. They call it middle school now, right? It's not junior high anymore.
Yeah, they call it junior high.
Oh, they do. Okay, so
Junior high, middle school. It's
so you're in junior high, and you said you have a lot of stuff that's or there have been a lot of stuff that's already went down so far.
Yes.
So elaborate. Tell us about it.
Okay, so
Because I really want to know if it's like junior high is like it was when we were kids.
Yeah.
You know.
first day of school, there was a fight in the bathroom.
The first day?
First day.
Good grief.
This was premeditated to the max.
Now this kid got expelled, didn't he?
Expelled?
Whole school year. And he told I'm pretty sure he called the teacher a bad name. Something
Wow.
like that.
Talking to the mic, man.
Something like that. I remember Coach Will talking about it. He's like, I saw him walking out the front door. I didn't get to learn his name. I was like,
Well, and you'll have that, man. Well, so what's different? What so far have you noticed is different about being at Peterball, being in the middle school versus being at Parker, which is still, I guess, grade school?
automatically chewing gum. Most of the teachers are cool with it as long as you put it on the desks.
You can chew gum in class, and
Most-
nobody
Besides
says
Miss
it.
Johnson's room and who else? That's about it.
And
And
you've never been able to do that before. I thought we were able to chew gum. Though.
God, no. I was not. Now, I'm old.
No.
But, I mean, in my day, it was like you might as well have a pocket knife out whittling on your arm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was no gum chewing.
listen, bro. What we would do in 5th and 6th grade is we would take a half piece, split it with somebody, and when teacher would walk by, we put it on our back of our teeth so you could still speak. Dude, I got Miss Guthrie, I'm sorry, I got you so many times. But she would give us gum, though. Like, she had gum she would give us in class, but we'd spit it out when we leave.
Oh.
I'd always keep it. But I always had Miss Guthrie before lunch, so.
So that's the big thing is chewing gum. They let you chew gum. in
Chewing
7th grade?
gum and really sitting wherever you want in lunch. Dude, we always had the gender separate, like, to keep the tensions out, I guess. Or the, what did they say? To eliminate any desires against the other gender, is what they said.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're in 5th and 6th grade, and you're splitting up girls and boys from having lunch.
Okay, so you can do that now. You can sit anywhere you
Oh,
want
yeah,
at
bro.
lunch.
I've been sitting by my homies and the women.
Oh, you sit by the ladies? See, that's what they were trying to cut out is you sitting by the ladies.
So what's
Yeah,
the
I know,
point of
they
doing
don't
it in
want me
5th and 6th grade, but not in 7th, 8th, and 9th, 10th, and 11th, 12th grade? I don't get it.
I guess because that way you can go, well, you know, they're that age where you can't really stop them or something. I don't know.
No.
There's probably some rationale like that, I'm sure.
So
Most
there
of
was a
the-
fight the first day of school,
Apparently.
and
yeah.
so you noticed that there's a little bit more tension between dudes.
Oh, yeah, dude. Testosterone
Like
to the
people
roof.
are trying to fight more now.
Oh, yeah.
People are trying to show
It's
who's
always competition.
right.
Did you have any of your old, not friends, but old guys that you didn't get along with before? Have they started trying to push your buttons first right out of the box? Or
Not
anything?
really. Charlie's been pretty cool.
Don't name names, bro. Just talk. Just say yes or no. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put everybody on blast.
No, but like last year, last
talking
year,
to the mic, man.
me and Charlie were like, we would get along. But
There you
if-
go again. But go ahead.
I mean, I already said his name.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, you did.
only if we were around friends. Like when we were together, it was like throwing a nuke and a mother bomb together. Like it was just an explosion, and nothing good ever came out of it.
Yeah.
Now I've got to myself where I've cut a line of how far I'll go in doing those stuff against anything. So like I can just sit down and have a conversation with him now.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not always trying to show off for somebody or something.
Now, what happened? What thing did your parent do that messed up your entire? It'd be the second day of school, but your first day of practice.
He didn't sign my what are they forms? Like
Yeah, the online forms.
yeah. So I can't practice when you do that. When
He
we're
missed his
home.
first 7th grade practice because I didn't fill out the forms. We've got the physical and everything done, but I didn't do the online forms.
Yeah, I know.
So Coach Mullins, he had to let him sit out.
I hated every second of it.
Yeah, and I felt horrible when I realized what I'd
Did you
done.
not see my story? I tagged you in it.
Yeah, but I didn't till later after I'd already talked to you.
I said, I love not practicing, and tagged him in it.
Yeah. Yeah, his little snap about it. But
Way to go.
and it was horrible. It was, dude. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff going on here. But anyway.
I'm never trusting him with anything like that again. I'm going to Brandy immediately. Or I'm doing it myself.
No, don't do that.
Why?
I have a story about that as well. I made the same mistake when I was in 5th grade. The library that's in Wilburton, it's old now, but it was
What's that
being
sound?
built.
It's a train.
It's a train.
Just ignore it.
And I kept forgetting to get my mom to sign it, so I just finally signed it, and I was going to do the groundbreaking, right? I was the one that was going to be in the paper and all that. No, I got that.
Dude, I heard
pulled.
about this.
Yeah, I got that pulled from underneath me, man.
I heard
Straight
about
up.
this. That was you?
Yes, it
Dude,
was me.
I heard about this for real.
The teacher goes, "Did you sign your mother's name?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Somehow I heard about this.
So they pulled it out from under me, man.
Who did the groundbreaking?
Brad Watkins. Brad, man, I'm telling you something about Brad, man.
Pretty
He was
sure
always
this
stealing my thunder, right? He was always stealing my thunder. Well, just one other time. We were on the bus together, and we talked about this, I think, a little bit on the podcast, but we were on the bus one time. Him and I were sitting right across from each other, because we were always cool. We graduated together, and there was a kid on the front of the bus that started choking on a quarter. Well, we were both looking, and Brad just so happened to get up a little bit before I did. I mean, we were both getting up to go help this kid. Well, Brad did. Brad was in front of me. Brad got the quarter out of the kid's mouth. He was the hero. He was in the papers.
Yeah, I was going to say he was in the paper. Yeah.
So he was also, and I was like, really, dude? I could have saved his life. But he was also,
it was me.
He was also the one, I'm pretty sure from what I remember, he was also the one that did the groundbreaking at the library as well.
Yeah.
I was like, that dang Brad Watkins.
Well, man, he hit me up to do this podcast first, but I knew you better, so we went ahead, this time you win. Okay.
I would not doubt it.
I really haven't seen Brad Watkins in 15 years, probably.
All right, so more drama about last night. There was like 4 or 5 fights total. One kid got punched right in the face.
At school?
No, at the movie in the park. I'm playing basketball, and so
You're playing on the new court.
The
That's
Thunder
pretty cool,
Court,
huh?
yeah.
and this kid runs over and goes, "Hey, this kid just got punched in the face. Just square up." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "What's happening?" Like, they're talking to the cops, and I was like, "That sucks." And then there's this other kid who got beat up, I guess by 2 people. Got jumped, walking to the Kmart.
What do you think is what's going on in McAlester that's making everybody so violent, man? What do you attribute it to?
I mean,
what do you see in your life that would? I mean, is it just the age you're getting to? I mean, is there just a lot of crime in McAlester? I mean, what are you seeing, man?
I mean, just
especially amongst kids your age and,
oh my gosh,
and through
bro.
high school.
It's horrible.
Is it just the mentality of kids? They just don't care. They don't have. There's nothing to be scared of,
Exactly.
or
It's either that or they feel like because they're not the toughest person in the world, they have to be when they're not in their world. So when they're out of their element, they're as tough as tough as a box of rocks. I don't know, but yeah.
well, that's unfortunate, man. I hate to hear about all that stuff.
I've been threatened to get jumped probably 6 times in my entire 5th grade, going into 6th grade.
By people your age.
People older than me, people my age.
But
People
now you're
younger
But
than
now
me.
you're going to keep your mouth closed a lot better and kind of help.
You think some of that was from you
I don't know.
talking smack
It's
or
just,
whatever?
I guess I pull other ladies, so they just get mad.
Okay.
That's usually what it is. And then I dance on them because of it.
You pull their ladies and then dance on them.
Okay.
Some heavy lingo going here.
Right.
I'm gonna remember this. I'm
Word
gonna
up.
use this.
Finesse the ladies, and then I just, I let them know. I'm like, yo, I got your girl at Great Balls of Fire. What you doing?
Talking to the mic, and
You're
so
right.
now though you're being better about that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm not really trying to instigate.
At least if
anything.
you're gonna pull their ladies, then you could not tell them that you're pulling their lady, right?
Yeah,
Keep yourself out of trouble if you can. Yeah, sounds
keep
like
myself
a
on
good thing.
airplane mode.
Because you're gonna do a little bit better job about keeping your mouth closed this year, especially
Yeah.
like during football practices and in life in general, in class, those kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's real good.
I like hearing that a lot.
I didn't really say it. All I said was, yeah.
But we've talked
Yeah.
about it
Yeah.
already, and it's
It just,
Yeah, and you
Uh,
said a little bit before.
nothing happens overnight. It's going to take time. I mean, 3 months was a lot, but it's not everything.
Right.
You know? This is the, course I'm taking for the rest of my life, So it's going to take a little time, a little bit of effort.
yeah, it's he
I like
did,
this.
He did a little
This is
AA
a
over the
completely-
summer.
Yeah,
you
this
know,
is a complete different kid, or not completely, but he's learning.
I think he's
like
turning
it.
a corner.
Yeah,
I hope
definitely.
so. I got a few of the teachers were, they know Gavin, and they also have heard of Carter. So when I went on the little tour of the
They're
junior
like,
high,
oh, sweet little Carter.
no,
Just like his
no.
brother.
These people are like, so
They already know.
yeah, what can we do to Carter? And I'm like, whatever you need to do to him, But
Now that is kind of stuff you don't want.
My advisor-
right?
my
I mean,
advi-
does that bother you at all when your teachers ahead of you are like, man, this kid is going to be bad news?
I mean,
Does it now? I know maybe not before, but maybe now you want to prove to them that
yeah, I just
hey,
want to prove them wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm a different person.
there you go.
I mean, I'll show it to you in your class when
Yeah.
I get all A's and, stunt on the whole school. My superintendent's, whatever it's called.
did you say stunt on the whole school?
Stunt on the whole
Oh,
school.
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, maybe we're focusing this energy in a more positive direction.
whatever it takes.
We haven't knocked the energy down. We're just pointing it in a different direction.
Oh, there's no taking away my energy.
I
man.
know.
You this.
I
know
know that.
this.
I know that as well.
I know it all too well, bud.
It's not a bad thing.
Well, and
I love the energy, man.
we're just a few days into it, but he's doing pretty good for the most
Good.
part.
Real work starts tomorrow. I got to get my class up,
Yeah.
start football, destroy Wagner Saturday, and look forward to
Not Saturday,
playing-
Friday.
Friday. Sorry, I'm so used to playing weekend ball. And then we got Wagner on Friday. And
Now that's
then,
a scrimmage, right?
yeah, scrimmage.
Okay.
And then I'm looking forward to Ada and Durant. Potac,
Yeah. Well, you got to
Goon
get
Squad.
your first.
Practicing
Yeah,
first.
you guys are
man.
going to have to get the offense down too, because Coach Mullins is going to have a new thing for you. I bet it's not going to be your old stuff. That
I already know the offense.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Dad is not going to
Bob's don't even know.
leave the form unsigned either. Let's hope.
No,
I'm doing
no.
it tonight.
Yeah, that was a big mess up on my part.
Do you have it done?
No,
What happened to getting it done Friday night?
I've been busy.
Okay, we'll tell Brandy to get it done. I
Okay.
want to practice tomorrow.
You will
Tell your wife,
be able to.
Brandy.
I got cool cleats and a speed flex, and I can't practice.
No, you're going to get to practice, man. Okay.
You still fit the same helmet you had for a couple years now?
I mean, I got it in 5th grade. Dude,
Yeah.
my 5th grade year, I went off.
Yeah, you had a good fifth grade season.
I was the top quarterback, or top 5 in the state. Off of like 2 games, maybe 3.
Passing yardage?
Passing yards,
Touchdown?
touchdowns, and completion.
Where was
completion
it? Where
percentage.
where were we at when you had the big passing game? Where was
Jinx, I think.
that? Was it Jinx?
Yeah, it was
yeah,
Jinx.
it was Jinx.
Jinx Maroon.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, 7th grade has their own team, right?
Yeah.
You're not playing with the 8th grade or the 9th
Gosh,
grade.
no. It's like playing
Easy
college
now.
level with the.
Oh.
But it wasn't like
NFL.
that in our school, was it? We played with 7th, 8th, and 9th played, right?
I
All junior high
I didn't
played
play
the same
ball
team.
at Wilburton until 9th grade, so I don't know.
We all
I played a little bit of 8th.
But did you play with kids underneath you when you were in 9th grade?
No,
'Cause I can't remember how it
No,
was
I
set
did
up.
not. I did not.
They all have their own team?
Yeah, because
Oh, okay.
we only lost one game when I was in 9th grade.
Oh.
Everybody's like, "Oh, you guys are going to be good when you get to high school."
Who'd y'all lose to? Spyro?
No. We lost to Warner, believe it
Okay.
or not, of all towns. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not losing the Ada this year. We got them at home. It's Potac, baby, Goon Squad. Yeah, it's over with. Me and I don't know who my other safety is going to be. Probably with Charlie. Our head on.
Yeah, they moved him out of linebacker so far when they were talking to him, talking about sticking him back at safety. So,
I'm going to start killing. I'm going to look like Roy Williams
Nice.
okay.
without the flags.
It's a throwback.
I'm going to grab people by the jersey and keep them running.
Talking to the
Keep
mic.
them
we
running
can't hear
and
you.
just pick them up. Bow.
Superman.
Well, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about all the football stuff this year. I think McAllister's going to look pretty good. Went to that black and gold scrimmage Friday,
Which was boring.
or it's Saturday morning. I'm sorry,
I
not
was
Friday.
so tired I couldn't even pay attention. I'd stayed up till probably 6 And I woke up at like 8:30. I was like,
Well, that's Gavin's kind of been talking to me about. He plays outside linebacker, and they've kind of changed his responsibilities up a little bit, and so he's pretty excited about it. He's doing some pass coverage and stuff like that.
Nice.
So
he got a big hit recorded and posted on Instagram.
yeah,
I did not see it.
Dude, it's on his Instagram story. He hit that kid with some love.
Well, yeah, and that's what they're ready for some. What would you say? Some aggressive play, I guess. So they, new coach Mazey's doing a really good job of getting those guys hyped up and giving them things to work towards even before they had the season started. And man, he's restarted everything. I mean, they got Adidas sponsors now. They don't use Gatorade. They use what is it? Body Armor is their brand for their drinks and
Body armor.
We still use water. I
but
mean, we use
the
Body-
bottles though were Gatorade bottles, and now he's changed.
Oh.
He's kind of brought in his new regime or whatever. So new philosophy and everything. It's pretty exciting, pretty neat, pretty fun.
It's crazy. I mean,
I think he's supposed to be helping coach your team, isn't he?
yep, I
Gonna
saw
help
on Monday.
Coach Mullins a little bit or something like
Yeah,
that.
I saw on Monday. Dude,
So he's pretty involved from the ground up.
Yeah, it
it's
seems that way.
weird having Will around school because I always got to put myself in check.
Will Holloman?
Yes.
Yeah, that dude. That's
Dude,
one thing I don't have to worry about over there. Is I've told Coach Holloman he has
He said-
every right to get on Carter anytime he wants to.
He called me over there and he's like, I hear you been acting up in school. It's 40 up and downs. I was like, oh, because he counts from 1, 2. So I'm doing 20 up and downs total.
Yeah, you go down to the end of the court and back is 1.
No, that's 1, 2,
Oh, okay.
40 of them. Oh my gosh.
That's if you mess up,
Yeah. It's
or have you already messed up?
no.
So he said if you mess up, that's what you're going to be doing.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got plenty of help,
Yeah.
which is nice. It's a nice change from years past where, I mean, it's not necessarily the school's job, I don't think, to parent my kids,
Right.
but it is nice to have people who are like, that will get after my kid if they see him goofing up. You know what I mean? I don't mind that. I kind of like that people are watching out and be like, hey, that's enough out of this boy. We're fixing to get him. You know what I mean?
It should be that way with everybody's kid. Every kid. That's the way it was with us. You didn't get to mess up, and then
I wish I grew up in the 90s.
yeah, you didn't get to go to another sport
I wish
and not have to pay for what you've been.
Yeah.
If you've been acting up in school, you're going to pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to run.
That's just like riding the bus, man. And I'll tell you what, I rode the bus. Glenn Kendrick was my bus driver whenever I was at Wilburton, and I love the dude, man.
Yes.
He
was mine too.
R.I.P.
for a while.
to Glenn Kendrick, man. I love that guy. And he was a nice bus driver. You know what I mean? He wasn't a jerk like some of them that I've had, but he was firm too. You know what I mean? Don't be fighting on his bus. There's going to be repercussions if you test that man. You know what I mean? And I saw a guy that I won't name. His son got in a fight on the bus, him and another kid, and then that guy come and confronted Glenn for there being a fight on the bus, and he's like, what do you want me to do? Your kid's up here fighting. What am I supposed to do? I mean, I'm just the bus driver. And he's like, well, and they were fighting when the kid was getting off the bus. The other kid was fighting him. You know what I mean? So he kicked them both off the bus, and it was awesome. Those are the good old days back whenever you could count on somebody jerking you up by the shirt collar or something like that if you're fighting instead of running and calling your mom, and be like, your son's going to end up in prison. You're going to have to get up here and help us, They don't know what to do.
He's going on a rampage. He's attacking this young, I'm trying to think how they would word it. This young soul. Dude,
Well,
it makes me so mad.
Well, there again, though, man. I mean, there's ways that I guess you could say kind of set Carter up for failure in a few ways, just because I kind of give him an old school mentality about things, and little kids aren't, teachers for young kids aren't really ready for that, everybody's real pat on the back and,
I mean, Miss
how was your day today and that kind of thing, which is cool, but they're not ready for kids that are rowdy, I guess you'd say. So.
Miss Martin and Miss Guthrie helped me a lot. I mean, even out of all the trouble I got in, I mean, if I was having a bad day, I wouldn't go to the counselor. I'd go to Miss Guthrie. I mean,
That's a cool thing. Yeah, I like Miss Guthrie too.
she's cool. And she gave me candy when I got an A on a test, which was most of the time.
Nice.
I only got an F because dude, I swear if we have to do this. I don't even remember what the website's called because I dropped it. I hated it. I can't remember what it's called, but it sucks. I don't like it. It's worse than Soft 7. It sucks.
Like a schoolwork website or something?
And like you go to it, logging in with your school email, right? You go on it, you do it. You can do it from home, but it's way harder. Like it gives you harder questions on purpose if you log in to your email from home because you're not supposed to. I didn't like it.
Anyway, it was a long summer. It made everybody's summer long because.
But in the long run, it's probably worth it. Right?
Oh yeah. It was just,
Hopefully, right?
I don't know.
For
Hopefully.
your sake, for your dad's sake,
Oh, for my butt's sake.
for your butt's sake.
I don't think he'll. I mean, I know he'll spank me, but I don't know how far he's willing to go until he just disowns me and sends me to Shadow Mountain.
Shadow Mountain.
What's that?
It's a military school. It's like a rehabilitation school
Oh,
in Tulsa.
Wow.
well,
There's Thunderbird.
Thunderbird. Yeah, I know that one.
it's like I told him though. I was like, this is just the beginning. It gets worse from here. And he's like, 3 months grounding or whatever, which it sucks, but hey man, we ain't doing that.
I will say this:
heathens.
I believe in you 100%.
Thank you.
100. No, not even kidding. But seriously though, and I could tell just by talking to you before we even started this. We were like, oh well, let's I could tell by the way you were talking, man. You mean it. You're not just blowing smoke. You mean it. You're serious.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I want to make a living off of playing football. I can't do that if I'm getting caught vaping.
Very true.
I
Very
can't
true.
do that if I'm making Fs.
Even more true.
I went to the OU camp, which is the one thing I got to go to, because my nanny signed me up before the summer started. So
About to get punched in the mouth.
Old Carter. Go ahead.
slipped out a little bit. So I get there, and it's the very last day. We all take a picture and blah blah blah, hoopity blah blah. And he sits us down. He's like, "We only recruit players. First thing, their grades. If you don't have the grades, we just skip past you. Second, personality. If you're always getting in fights in school, you're gone. Next, after that, is your ability to learn a playbook." I was like, "What?" I was like, "I thought scouts went off football." He's like, "Then fourth, we look at football. Because we notice you because you're a 3-star or higher rating. So obviously you're good at football. Let's see if you're good at other things."
It sounds like Tom Brady. Who was the guy that he put some kind of inspirational quote on Twitter here the other day? It was like this big long thing, and then Tom Brady answered back on his tweet and said, "Study your playbook." It was
I didn't
like
know
this
that.
big philosophy thing. This thing he put on. I think it was Instagram. No, it was Twitter. This big long thing about you searching your
takes to make
soul
it.
or whatever. You need to look inward to find inner peace. Blah blah blah.
And he
then-
said, "Study
then
your
he said-
playbook."
Yeah, that's what it just said. That no punctuation, no nothing. Just study your playbook is all he said back.
Who uses punctuation on social
Well,
media?
you know what I'm saying. I mean,
Absolutely
it was
no
just-
one if you're
It was a
over 20.
very Tom Brady thing to do, which is a good thing. I mean, I know I've said plenty of negative things about Tom Brady, but I mean,
Too many negative things about Tom Brady.
on the real.
Quit trying to front. You know the Patriots suck. They're losing to the Browns this year, 100%.
Oh, losing to the Browns.
100%.
I'll go with that. Sure, sounds
Maker
good.
Bayfield is coming for your head,
Maker
Tom
Bayfield,
Brady.
yeah.
We've been here way too long. I can tell already. It's getting way.
See, he's trying to end it now because he knows Tom Brady is losing. He knows he's declining. He started declining at 39.
Well,
How many Super Bowls has he won since he was 39 years old?
3.
And how many?
2.
And
2.
And who got reinstated yesterday?
I got $10. Tom.
which I think was a weird thing, conditionally reinstated. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody.
Quit smoking
gets-
pot, Josh Gordon.
Yeah, with Willie.
No.
No,
No.
of course he won't.
No.
No, none of them ever do.
No.
They always think they're not going to get caught.
Listen,
So
You
bro,
would think by now.
They're like,
you-
I got to start paying that drug tester more money, and he won't.
Right.
Turn
Hopefully
me in.
by
if you
now.
want to smoke weed, move to Washington.
Well, I don't think you can smoke weed.
Play in the NFL.
Yeah, right. And
Pretty much no.
I don't technically believe in that, but hey, that's the way. I mean,
No,
rules are rules. If they
no.
say, listen, you cannot drive a car to practice, do not drive a car to practice. Then guess what? If you want to be in the NFL, You don't drive a car to practice.
Ride your
Yeah.
bike.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
It'll be like, one of these days. It'll be like everything.
Or drive a
else.
truck.
There'll
But
be
if you can't drive a car, don't drive a car. You know.
one of these days they'll look
Yeah,
back
oh,
and go,
yeah.
look at all these players whose careers were ruined because they wouldn't let them smoke weed in the NFL.
But don't smoke weed.
Yeah, it's
You know,
pretty simple.
if you want to be in the NFL and make your millions, don't do what they say don't do.
Do exactly
You know?
what DK Metcalf did. That dude is gonna do something.
Did you see where Cedric Benson died?
died in a motorcycle wreck. Yeah, man.
But go ahead. Who?
DK Metcalf. You've not heard of him? He's huge.
What did he do?
He was a receiver at Ole Miss. They're saying he's better than Julio Jones coming out of college right now.
But what did he do?
What do you mean?
You said do what he did.
Don't screw up and
Oh,
get
yeah.
big.
Oh yeah, get big. Yeah. Okay.
Huge.
All right. We're almost to bedtime, so
Yes.
we got to
What
wrap
time
this
is
little deal up. It's almost 10.
Almost 10 o'clock.
My bedtime's 10:30. She can
All
go to the
right.
car and
Well,
sleep.
we're cutting it off anyway. So let's. You got anything you want to plug?
Don't you know you have a new bedtime?
I told him it was 9:30 whenever that first day. First day, he's like, so I guess I get to up my bedtime since I'm getting older. I was like, no, we're going back 30 minutes.
For my
He's
kids,
like,
it's 9
"What?"
o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Well, your kid's also like 7, isn't he? 9?
He's
He's
10.
He's 10?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap. Sorry, Casey.
Ben goes, give or take 3 or 4 years. Yeah, sure.
I just played with him today in Fortnite.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I wish he was 7. Did you lose your ability in Fortnite? Did you get a little bit rusty?
My magic's gone.
Is it gone?
That's what the.
So don't challenge me in Madden then, bruh.
Oh, I'm still good at Madden. I'm still good on the sticks. You don't want it. I'm
Have you
always
played
good at
Madden 20 yet?
Not yet. Certain someone's getting it for my birthday.
Well, some
It's
people
not my
say
boss, but
some people say it's great and it's better than last year's and the years before or whatever.
I just
and then
wanna
you
play
read other
QB1.
reviews and they say it's terrible.
I just want
That's
to play
every year,
QB1, bro. That's the only thing I'm looking for. So I can make myself and go to Dallas and do way better than Dak did. Because I'm always good at Madden.
Yeah, Dak is not. He does not need to be in.
I'm reading a lot about Cooper Rush and that new running back that's
Yeah.
down there. I can't remember his name.
Pollard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he did. I haven't got to watch any preseason
Zeke, please
games.
sign back. Come on.
Well, I had in one of my leagues. I had the draft party today, so we went over there and and my first pick was Zeke, which he was my keeper in the first round. So my first pick was Zeke, and I was like, yeah. And then my second pick, guess who it was? Le'Veon Bell.
He'll do good.
How smart is that?
And I
I
noticed
picked 2 dudes that do the same exact thing. You know, I'm like, oh gosh,
I got sweet invite
no the
on the
different
league this year.
No different. We haven't done that league yet.
Well, it's getting late.
I know it is, but I've been busy.
I seriously keep thinking you're not going to let me in it this year. And I'm like, really? We're podcasting together. We spent more time together this year than we have in like 3 years.
It would be so funny if I did that.
It would be you if you did it. That's why I was a sight.
No, I haven't done that yet. I got to get it going.
Well,
I got to get it going.
Is there a
I'm
buy-in
looking
to this
forward
league?
no.
This year, yeah, it's $7,500.
Dad, you better win.
No, there's no buy-in.
Yeah, don't they have isn't there a professional, there's a bunch of athletes, NBA players. It's a $10,000 buy-in. that
Really?
They were talking about? Yeah, like KD quit like in the middle of it or something like that. Then LeBron came in last and a bunch of stuff like that I've been reading about. It's like a
That's 'cause
inter
I don't know
NBA
anything
thing.
about it.
It's because LeBron's a Dallas fan, and right now all we have is Amari Cooper. It's on the starting roster.
Okay. We're getting off track. What do you want to plug?
What do you
wanna
wanna plug?
Goon Squad or your YouTube channel? or
Goon
what?
Squad Strong, Potech. We're coming for you, Ada.
Oh,
Ooh.
McAlester Buffaloes.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Oh, well, all right. All right then. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to plug my YouTube channel because I had a guy tell me today that he had watched my YouTube channel and didn't know that I was as good as I was, and I appreciate him saying that. You know, it's nice to, even though I'm, not much into it anymore, but it was nice of him to say. So I'll plug my YouTube channel, Lucas Johnson. What does he have to do? / Luke Combs or something like that?
No. In the search box, this is the easiest way to find your YouTube channel. In the search box on YouTube.com, put in Lucas Johnson, and then Luke Combs, all in the search box, and it's easy to find you.
Yeah, because
There's other people that's out there that's called Lucas Johnson, and there's other people out there called Luke Combs, of course. So if you add them both, because you did a cover of Luke Combs, and so
it went viral.
it ain't viral, but it's
that's the easiest way I
Four
found you.
views.
You know, that's the easiest way for me to find you.
it does have 1,900 views, which I thought was weird.
Keep them rolling, man.
it's just
keep them rolling. You got to keep putting out videos
You know
too,
when you
dude.
get to 10,000, you get $100
You
check.
got your voice back or what?
It's a work.
Getting
It's
there.
getting better. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I've been kind of trying to get a little bit better with my allergies. But anyway, yeah, my YouTube channel. That's all I got. Of course, our Instagram. You know, the I Don't Drink Coffee podcast Instagram.
Yes. Thanks everyone for
Please stop
watching and
posting
listening.
that clown freaking. I can't even.
Are you scared of the clown?
No, I don't like it. It's stupid.
No, it's not. It's hilarious. Do not
Oh
stop.
my gosh, please.
So
Y'all do not like this man's clown post.
It's the only reason why I keep doing it is because this guy right here laughs.
Real hard.
And I laugh as well when I do it.
Every time. I'm telling you right now, it's a good way not to get invited back is to tell people not to watch or listen.
Listen, bro, the clown thing's just getting annoying at this point. I hear it every day. And as soon as I hear it, I'm like, oh, there's Uncle Benny.
When do you hear it?
When Dad's
'Cause
on
he's playing
Snap.
it? Oh.
Yeah. And then I know if he's in there.
Yeah, because that's how we talk back and forth. Is I'm the clown sending him Snap, and he sends me the another filter or the same
Yeah.
filter or whatever. It's funny. It's funny.
I change it up a little bit, but this clown one's very funny. Very funny. Makes me laugh.
This episode is brought to you by Blackline Insurance Group. Visit blacklineinsuranceGroup.com. Blackline Insurance Group. Blackline, all one word, insurancegroup.com. For all of your insurance needs. If you need health insurance, Medicare supplements, home, auto, commercial, I do it all, Carter.
This guy's better than Geico.
For real.
Cotton Lizard ain't got nothing on Benny Klein.
For real. Don't ever forget it. But we
Always-
appreciate everyone listening and following, and
That needs to be your image for Blackline
Engage.
Insurance Group.
it is.
To protect.
It's right here in the studio. Yeah. Protect.
Well,
Protect.
I appreciate you coming on, Carter. Finally, we got this deal
I do
done.
too. And I'm glad that everything's going to work out for you. That's awesome.
Maybe we'll get, as the football season comes along, maybe we can get an update on how your season's going, that kind of thing later as
Okay.
we go. Maybe do something like that. So.
Yep.
All right. Well, happy back to school, everybody.
Happy back to school. It's like, I don't like school. I'm starting to like it more because I get to see a friend in a class, a different class. New faces, different faces, new teachers, different teachers. And we got athletics and then lunch.
Well, good.
Nice.
So we
Keep
go
working.
We go die and then eat.
Good. You need to eat, or you need to be
Yeah.
working out in a fasted state. It helps. So I've been told. But anyway,
That's all I know.
If we're still going,
no, we need to quit.
go watch my YouTube channel at Troubleshooter34. I stream every other weekend.
Every other weekend?
Every other weekend. I just streamed this weekend, so not next weekend, but the next.
Ooh.
But
all
why
right.
not every weekend?
Because sometimes I just feel like taking a chill break, and I don't like people knowing.
Your schedule?
Yeah, and I just
You want
changed
to
my.
you want to keep the body guessing. Gotcha.
I'll change it up sometimes. Sometimes I'll do it Wednesday night,
Right.
Monday night.
Okay.
All right, then.
Thank y'all for having me. It was such a pleasure.
I'm glad you came on, man. For real.
Yep. Me too, man. It was fun. We'll have you back on, even though you told people not to watch and listen.
The clown. Just
The clown.
don't post
just
a
said the
clown
clown.
on Instagram.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll
Keep
see.
it
Probably
between
not.
y'all.
Probably not gonna listen to you, but 'cause
You are a kid after all.
everybody loves the clown.
This guy. I'm a kid with a grown-ups mentality.
Easy. Oh, okay. I didn't know what you were going to say.
Yo,
They're from.
yo, come on now. Come
you
on.
never know, man. I'm like, hey. So, all right. Well, I guess everybody, you guys have yourself a great day.
Okay.
I don't drink coffee.